Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your first 6 months of 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. We're going to let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021, 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 Virgo. All right. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. Let's move this all down a bit so that you can see better. Perfect. Okay. And now what we're going to do before we see what the tarot has to say is that we're going to put out the 6 months right up here. Just a little overview of what to expect. So we're going to start with the chakra cards. The first 6 months of 2021, Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021, Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels, ooh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Awesome. And then let's see what your spirit guide animal cards have to say. The first 6 months of 2021. Excuse me. Virgo, the first 6 months of 2021. Virgo, the first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. And now for the major arcana. The first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay. So let's get started. We start, of course, with January. Chakra message is the solar plexus chakra. We have inner strength. Then we have the dove spirit, be peace. And then we have the sun spirit, not the sun spirit, the sun in the major arcana, and that is glorious. That is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. So the new year starts off, it appears on a very good foot. And then we have personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra once again. Then we have the flamingo spirit. And we have strength, which is a Leo energy. Okay, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. Then we have, so this is February. March is nurturing. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below the feet. The panther spirit. And the hanged man. Ooh, I love that. April. Again, you have the Earth Star chakra. So I love how you have 2 solar plexus, 2 Earth Star chakras. There's a sense of kind of like the theme completing into, going into the other. It's a cycle here, which is really quite beautiful. We have grounding. We have the buffalo spirit. And we have the tower, okay? This is a change that, divinity is bringing. It's like ready or not, here it comes. May, listening. This is the throat chakra. The bee spirit, I love that. Judgment. And then we have June. We have universal light. Now this is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. We have the otter spirit. And we have the emperor. Now the emperor is in Aries time frame, March 21st to April 19th. Okay. Before we talk about all of this, let's see what the tarot has to say. The left-hand side is the inner self. The middle is the heart, the emotional self. The right-hand side is the public arena, the public self. We have the 6 of Cups. The Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The 9 of Cups. Temperance, strong Sagittarius presence. Time frame, November 22nd to December 21st. 6 of Wands. You're crowned with the repeat of the number 6 so far. That is the most caring, most nurturing of the numbers. Then we have 6 of Coins. Now this is 3 sixes coming in, so this is divinity, really bringing that energy forward. The Magician. The 4 of Swords. 10 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Repeat here of the number 10. All right, this is This is an end of a cycle around, it's around career, or it's around bringing the passion forward into your life. And that's really cool. I actually am seeing this as something that's really quite exciting, right? Three of Swords and the High Priestess. Ooh, that's a heavy hitter. The public arena is a heavy hitter for you during this time. Okay. So let's start off by talking month by month and then going to the tarot here with the emotional kind of overview of it all. So we're starting off with inner strength. Be peace with the dove spirit and the sun. So the solar plexus chakra comes in. You have a lot of gut feels. You're also breaking the mold when it comes to yourself, Virgo. You're stepping out of your comfort zone in one way or another. You're empowering yourself. You're seeing yourself move forward. There's more confidence here. I love how this lightning comes over the ice, right? So there is a sense of you coming out of your shell. And there is a sense of profound transformations, beginnings and endings. And I love this because January is given its name from the god Janus in Roman mythology. And this is the god of beginnings and endings and portals. And it's, of course, quite fitting. But there's such power here that you are walking into, that you are being guided towards. And there's such a sense of stepping into your own light, your own beauty, your own understanding. And you're breaking your shell. You're breaking what has held you back. And as you do so, you're really listening to your gut. And you are peace. Be peace. Be grace. Be hope. Be love. Okay? And that's going to be what you need as you step kind of out of your comfort zone. There will be times where you're a bit snippy, not to be rude, but it's just to be mindful. And it's to kind of pull, and we all have to do this, pull ourselves back when we're getting snippy, when we're getting cranky, when, everything just seems a bit too much, when we're not being fair to those around us, and pull ourselves back and be the peace that we want to see, be the fairness, be the love, be the understanding. And it really brings you're entering into a new dawn. Now, this does mean that people want to take you by highs. They sit there and they get jealous. Why not me? Why you? Why not me? And so here, when you have the sun shining on you in January, when you're entering into your power, when you're, kind of moving forward and you're stepping out of a shadow almost of where you could have been, And it doesn't mean, okay, and I want to specify, because what Spirit is saying, it's not that you did anything wrong, right, of what you could have been, but it's how we grow. And we tend to think as human beings, there's a time frame. We have to do this by this and that by that, or else I've just failed. And it's like, no, step back. Let yourself evolve. Let yourself become as you need to be, as you want to be. And so let the sun shine through the cracks as you step out of a shell, as you open, as you shed a skin. And people will say, why can't I have this? And those are people who innately come from a place of lack. It's if you have it, then I can't. And that's going to be something that you just don't need. So be mindful of that and let the sun really warm and empower you, heart, body, mind, spirit, as you embrace a new day and as you embrace a new year. And then in February, we have personal power, flamingo, which is embrace the in-between, and strength. There's a lot of strength that's coming up here when you embrace your personal power, when you sit there and you say, this is me. Again, you really embrace your gut. You're sitting there and it's like you have your gut reaction, you have your gut ideas, and you're really moving forward in it. You're not sitting there and letting everybody else kind of sway you this way or that. It's like, no, this is me. This is what I want. This is what I need. And this is what I'll be doing. And so there's that power that moves you forward. It's like, yes, I am moving forward in solidarity with myself and with my innate, divinely given strength, knowledge, and understanding. And it brings you then to embracing the in-between. Life is not black or white, right? It's not always made up of white page, black print, this is it type of deal. It's the myriad shades of gray. It's what gives pictures their dimension. If there wasn't shading, if there wasn't layering, then you wouldn't have the dimensions that we have here before us. And so here you are embracing the myriad shades of gray, the in-betweens of the world, the walking in the practical world and in the spiritual world, and in the embracing of power and understanding and self. And you're also going to find, and it's going to be really quite so, Virgo, for you, is that the energy you surround yourself with really impacts you. It radiates outward from you. So with flamingos, they're originally white birds, and they turn pink because of the food that they eat, the fish that they eat. So here, there's that sense of be very mindful what you put into your body, be it food, be it drink, be it the energy of people that you let in to your soul and into yourself. It's going to have an effect. So just be very mindful of it, because it does radiate outwards, and you want to have the radiance of you really follow the beautiful sun of January. And there's tremendous strength here. You're going to be really, really, really attracted to strength, not of brute force strength, but strength of kindness, strength of compassion. Now, this isn't the people that, sit there and pretend to be all kind and compassionate and, everything like that and aren't. You're really going to be quite off-put by people like that. But this is strength of inner understanding. This is, this is people that you might sit there and be like, okay, well, I don't agree with everything, but there's an honesty and an authenticity that really does call to you. And that's going to be really, really powerful. And that's going to be part of your strength during this time. It's the authenticity of you. It's the strength of compassion, of understanding, of saying, you know what, I cannot force anyone to do anything. I lead by example. I lead by example of me. Because that leopard could take down that woman instantaneously, like without a thought. Okay? And so there's respect. And it's eternal respect. It's eternal strength of love and character of heart that really shines bright. And then this leads us to March, where we have nurturing, the panther spirit, which is reclaiming your power, which I love, and the hangman. So you're nurturing this reclaiming of power, this reclaiming of you. So here with nurturing, with the Earth Star chakra, this is located 6 inches below your feet. You're grounding yourself in nurturing, caring, compassionate love, brilliance, opportunity, joy, success, heart. Okay? And that's really, really quite powerful. And as, excuse me, as you do this, you embrace you in a very honest, very authentic, very, very brilliant way. You're also nurturing the child inside each and every one of us. And you can find yourself really kind of speaking in the strength and in the love that you project to the inner need of safety that people have, but that need of safety that we have for ourselves that's really moving you forward. And we see that here with the heart, with the magic coming forward and the releasing of the weight of the world. And it's saying, reclaim your power, reclaim your grace. There's a balance to you during this time. And as you have that balance called forward, as you reclaim your power, you find that you're more. And you're going to see that in March. You're more than what you had expected, anticipated. Okay? There is a sense, and this isn't to be rude, but there's a sense, and we all do this to ourselves. I mean, I know, definitely I have, where we write ourselves off. It's like, wow, I'm just not worth anything. I'm just never going to get there. And then there's this insurgence of power, of determination, of grace, of dignity that comes forward that says, I'm reclaiming so much more. And I'm reclaiming me. And that's what you're going to see here. It's like, I'm reclaiming me. And it leads you to the hangman. The hangman sees things differently than everybody else. The hangman looks at the world and is like, well, I don't agree. It's like, I don't agree. I don't agree with what everybody is seeing, what everybody is saying. I stand in my truth. I stand in my vision. I stand in myself. And you're going to have times, especially in March, where you sit there and you're reclaiming your power, but it's such a new thing that you think, oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. And I'm different than everybody else. I'm not, fitting in. And we as human beings, we like to fit in. We're designed to fit in to one group or another, type of thing. So to be different is uncomfortable at times, but it's powerful and it's beautiful. And so what if you're different and don't act like them? It's a quote from one of my favorite poems, you know? And at the end it says, I'm not going to change and be someone I'm not. I like who I am and I'm all that I've got. And that's it. It's like if we are not true to ourselves, then who will we ever be true to? The ideas change. The power changes. What you're seeing changes you. And it's for the better. April. Growing. The buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. And then we have the tower. Now, I know that can freak people out where you sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, the tower is coming. It's not a bad thing. It's change. It's change that we ourselves would sit there and say in our human way, like, I'm comfortable, or like, this is what I know, so why would I rock the boat type of deal. So here with the tower, there's change coming. And this is divinity saying whether you like it or you don't, I don't really care. In divinity's blunt way, things are going to change. And you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. You're actually going to see, I'll get there in a minute. Okay, I'm jumping ahead. So let's start with grounding, your roots. This is really looking in April. It's like, what am I rooting myself in with? What is the power that is me? What is the soil that I'm planting myself in? That's going to be very important. The energy that is around you, that is with you. And so here, it's the grounding of the self. It is the rooting of yourself in truth, in understanding, in passion, in discipline of personages. I can't say that word right. In personal self. There we go. It's moving forward. And so here, as you are rooting yourself, as you're grounding you in your truth, make sure the nutrients are there to support you. Make sure that you're empowering yourself to grow and to have those roots go deep and to grow strong and big and tall and proud and brilliant. And it leads you then to the buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. We as human beings, we tend to think in terms of lack. Like we just do. We tend to think like, oh my gosh, there just won't be enough. And then we panic and then, everything happens. So here with the buffalo spirit, it's like the abundant universe will provide. There's more than enough. There's more than enough. The universe will provide. It will be okay. And that is going to be powerful. And as the abundant universe provides in April, it's like, okay, I see what it is that I desire. I see what it is that I need. Ooh, excuse me for just one moment. Okay, sorry about that. What it is that I need, then power comes forward. Power comes forward to something more. And it's like, I am seeing things more clearly, more justly, more openly. And then it moves us to the tower. And the tower in April, it can be, for a lot of people, we face what has changed because we have faced a tower time. Because we have faced a tower time in our lives. And we might continuously be facing tower times. And you might be like, when is it ever going to end? Sometimes tower times last for cycles of 16 years. And you sit there and you're like, wait a minute, no. But for some who are watching, you can sit there and say, oh my gosh, for 16 years, I have had myself pushed out of my comfort zone so that I'm not the same person I was. And that can be said with pride, and that can also be said with sorrow. And it can be said with both, too. Like, wow, I was pushed out of my comfort zone. I'm not the same person I was. And it's kind of sad. But I am more because of this. It's like I'm stronger. I am more determined. I am more focused. I see things more openly, more honestly for myself. And so here with the tower, things change. You change. And divinity is saying, it's time. And there are things here, because we have the lightning bolt striking time itself. It changes the way we look at time. It changes the time frame that we give ourselves, or we say, I will be a success in this time or that time. And it's like, no, stop. Stop and know that it's in divine timing. So take the clock out of the equation and move forward in your truth, in your understanding. And know that at times, yes, and you will see it in April, there is something here where it's kind of like you're brought to your knees. or you have been brought to your knees so often before. It's like you wait for the next shoe to drop. And that's why your spirit animal is saying the abundant universe provides. It's like, don't freak out. You're going to want to freak out. It's not bad. I don't see this as bad. I see this as a powerful, powerful change. And then it brings you to May. It brings you to listening, the throat chakra. It brings you to the bee spirit, sweet results await. And it brings you to judgment. It brings you to a resurrection of soul and of self, and a breaking the box, a breaking the mold. Excuse me. I'm just going to take a sip of water. All right, sorry about that. So we have here listening, the throat chakra. And so often with the throat chakra, especially if you're like me, I always thought the throat chakra centered around talking. But it's so much more. It's the power of words. It's the power of communication. And so here, listening is an art that we seem to have forgotten. You know, we need to listen. We need to listen to the world. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to listen to the people that we're communicating with. We need to listen. And not just talk louder and louder and keep on, barreling forward. Listening is important. And you will find, if you truly embrace and meditate around the throat chakra, meditate around the art of listening, you will find that it becomes a bit of a superpower, not only in May, but it'll be carried over. The bee spirit, sweet results await. It's like honey that's on our lips. It's like when you make a cup of tea and honey goes on the lip of the cup, and you take a sip and you have that sweet honey on your lips, and you lick it off. And it's just like, oh, it's so lovely. That is what it is here. The sweet results await. It's like there's sweetness here. And it's a bit of a surprise. It's a bit of a surprise, but it is beautiful. And it brings you then to judgment. Now here we have Anubis, and we have the Egyptian form of how to get into paradise, right? Or into heaven. So you have the heart being weighed against the feather. If your heart was lighter than a feather, you could walk through, and you could go into paradise. You can go into the other world. If your heart wasn't, you got rejected, and you went to wherever it is that you went. Or you were reincarnated. I don't know. I don't remember. And so here, there's power. There's power in a lightness of heart. There's a power in a truth of self, of moving forward in what you desire, in what you need, in what is right for your heart, your soul, and yourself. You're seeing yourself break the mold. You're seeing yourself rise out of the box, like out of the way that people are supposed to be. And you're seeing yourself rise to the place that you need to be, body, mind, and spirit. And that's really quite powerful. And you do have your angels, your spirit guides right there with you. And it brings you then to June. And we have universal light, the soul star chakra, the outer spirit, you are never alone, and the emperor, you're claiming a throne. Okay? You're claiming a throne. There's power to you. So you have here universal light. I always see us as the center of this light source, and it shines out from us. The universal light shines out from us, and lights our universe, lights our souls, lights ourselves. And so you're going to be seeing this power coming forward, and it's like, wow, I didn't expect this. And then it brings you to the outer spirit. You are never alone. You are never alone. You have the two otters here making a heart. You have the face of an otter here, and it makes this heart. There's love around you, okay? Whether it be love from people that you know, from family, from friends, but more importantly, and maybe not more importantly, but even deeper, it is the love from your angels, from your spirit guides. It's the love from divinity. It's the love you have for yourself. And you're going to find that becomes the pulse of the heart of your truth. And you are never alone. You're not in this alone. And you weren't created to ever be in this alone. And then we have the emperor claiming the throne. Now there's the warrior spirit here too, because Emperor, of course, is representative of Aries in the major arcana. And this is a sense of knowing your truth, of fighting for what is right for you, of moving forward, of seeing things more interconnectedly, more powerfully, more openly, more honestly. This can be facing harsh truths that at times would be much, much, much easier to ignore. And so here we see, we understand, and we move forward. And this is also the claiming of the throne that we didn't think we could have. You know, that's for other people who have their act together way more than us. It's like, no, that's for us. It's part of our goal in life to claim the throne of our truth and to say, yes, I've messed up. Yes, I've made mistakes, but I deserve to sit here. And I am powerful beyond measure. Watch. I rule my destiny. Watch. And that's going to be a changing point for you, because you start off with like this breaking out of your shell. You start off with breaking out of your shell, of embracing peace, of having light shine on you, and you end with this light being a part of you, of knowing that you're not alone in this, and that you claim a place of authority within your own existence, your own soul, and your own self. And there's a lot here for you, Virgo, that has you looking at the past and saying, no, you don't get to have that control over me. It's either negativity that was spoken over you in the past, it was heartbreak, pain, disappointment, and you find yourself being set free because you find yourself freeing yourself. It's like the past. The past is a country you can never go to again. That's how I really like to look at it. Spirit, I was meditating on it one time. It's like, why do we live in the past? And why do we want to move in the future? So the past is where we can never go again because we've already been there and the doors are closed. The future is a place that we have never been. So it can be anything that we want it to be. So it's exciting. The present is where we are right now. And it's much more real, right? It's not as exciting as either one, the past or the future. And so here, it is an embrace. It is an embrace of knowing I can't move backwards. I just can't. I don't have control over the future because things change. They ebb and they flow with time and with power and, and with divinity's guidance. But the present, I have control over that. And this isn't sitting there saying it was better when. This is saying and claiming, I'm here now, and I've learned so much. And it brings you to the Knight of Swords. Now, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this brings you to being a defender, okay? A defender of truth, a defender of your knowledge, a defender of your I want to say gumption. It's like your determination, your fire, your understanding. It's what you've trained for. The Knight of Swords moves very, very fast. Now you're represented in the Minor Arcana by the Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest moving knight. This is the fastest moving knight. You can find that your mind in your inner self, as you're releasing the past and as you are standing in the present and as you're sitting there and saying, okay, well, how do I move forward? And what is it that I want? And where is it that I'm heading? You cut through a lot of doubts and fears. And you're going to want to move really, really quickly because it's like, okay, now it's time to just get it done, to get it going, to get it done, to keep on going. And so here, just be mindful that you don't move so fast that you don't get so caught up in things, that you overlook, that you don't think things through, because that's going to be something that you really don't want to do. But moving forward with the speed of mind, with this determination, and really embracing being the hero that you want to be within your life, within yourself, within what you desire. That's going to be super cool for you. That's going to be super empowering. And that's something that you really are doing during this time, Virgo. It's like, this is where I need to be for me. For me, I need to move forward this way. And then it brings you to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is blessings. Nine of Cups is wishes. The Nine of Cups is beauty coming forward. And the Nine of Cups, others are going to be able to see this radiance so much more easily than you are. You have to, and it's a have to, Spirit is saying, you have to start having faith in you. Start seeing the beauty, seeing the truth within you. And as you do so, you are empowered, you are emboldened, and you are much more open and honest with yourself. and with where you want to be. And it's seeing this love. It's seeing this power that at times you've doubted that you even have. And then that brings balance, right? It brings the balance of the masculine and the feminine together, because we have the masculine head, the feminine head. We have the night here with the silver cup, the day with the golden cup. And the water is never replenished, but it never runs out as it is poured from one to another. And how Spirit has been showing me this is it's like the brain, right? This is the water that quenches the soul, that moves us forward, that has us, revitalized and energized and spiritually guided. And as we embrace these waters, we find that there's a depth to them that we never knew. It's like the brain. We only use a small portion of our brain. Could you imagine if we used it all? And that is what Spirit is saying here. They're saying that there's more than we can imagine coming. And there is a balance that is needed, a passion that is desired, a power that is being seen, and it balances us. We start off feeling a bit out of our depth, a bit like, I haven't been able to get there so far, and being kind of hard on ourselves, and then wanting to be and being the hero of our story, of sitting there and saying, it's time to move forward. It's time to go after what I need, what I want, what I desire. It's not egotistical. It's really saying, my life is for me, and so I must utilize it. I must utilize it and cut through the doubts, the fears, the negativity, to speak my truth, to move forward in the power of my heart. And as I do so, there's a blessing that comes, and it balances me. It balances me, and it shows me balance within my life that I didn't realize because I was too caught up in the mess of the past, or in the hurts and the pains that were spoken over me in the past. And it moves you. Ooh, why am I taking this all up? And it moves you then to the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands here is this sense of, as you have balance coming in, the Six of Wands crowning your heart. It's like, how do you celebrate you? How do you celebrate you, Virgo? How do you move forward in love and in beauty and in understanding and in passion and in creativity? This is saying it's time to start celebrating. The way Spirit always shows me this is it's that really good boss that you sit there and you love working for. And it's that really bad boss that makes you feel like garbage. That it's never good enough. They're mean. They talk behind people's backs. And you're like, wow, if you're talking to me about that person, then you're talking to that person about me. That's just how it works. A gossip, they gossip. And so here with the Six of Wands, it's like, what type of person, what type of boss are you being for you, Virgo? And that's powerful. That's powerful because are you being the boss that builds you up, that, sits there and looks at your successes and says, really good job? Or are you being that boss that looks at everything that you got done and says, oh, really? You didn't, do this? And it's like the littlest, tiniest, nitpickiest thing. And you're just sitting there and you're like, how petty are you? Do you raise yourself up? Or is it anything that you achieve and you sit there and you say, well, you were supposed to, but anything that you fail at, my goodness, you beat yourself up over it. It's time to start celebrating. And your heart is calling for it because it's calling to move you forward in passion, in beauty, in creativity, because it brings you the Six of Coins. It's like, if you start celebrating you, if you start, seeing your brilliance, seeing your power, you start balancing the scales. This is the Minor Arcana Justice card. This is discernment. Okay? This is being just with yourself. This is looking at people and saying, I'm not going to be taken advantage of. Okay? The scales need to be balanced. Things need to be fair. And then it brings you to really embracing your magic. Really embracing your passion, your creativity. Okay? These are the four elemental aspects of the self. Okay? The heart, water. That is also the blood that flows through our veins. Then we have air that fills our lungs, that, feeds our brain cells, feeds everything about us, energizes us. The earth that grounds us, that gives us fuel, that feeds us. Okay? And the fire, the fact that we're warm. The fact that Prometheus risked his life and got eternally punished to bring us fire in Greek mythology. That it was such a game changer, that it is such a pivotal part in the coming forward, in the evolution of man. To warm our bodies, to cook our food. Fire is so important. It's also terrifying. And so here, with the magician, you step into your magic, you step into your power, you step into a greater understanding. You see that the God's head is around you, is within you, is a part of you. And there's no looking outward for it, it's only within. And then it brings you to as above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. As you think it, so it will be. And it brings you to the Four of Swords. As you embrace this magic, as you find this balance, the Four of Swords is saying, for your heart, you have to acknowledge, you have to, the hurts, the pains, the wars that you have been through as a human being. And see life not as, oh, it's supposed to be all happy and I'm not supposed to really talk about the darkness, but as a battle that needed to be fought. To stand in your truth, to stand in your power, to stand in your abundance. And you pay homage to yourself, Virgo. And that's very important. It's like, look at where I'm standing. Look at how much I've overcome. Look at how far I've come. And then it brings you to the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is a putting down of the burdens on your shoulders. And this is in the public arena. And wands are part of, very much the day-to-day, the practical world, right? Wands and pentacles. And so here, when you're looking at your passion, your reason for getting out of bed in the morning, this is everything that we take on and put on our backs and say, okay, well, I just have to keep on going, right? I just have to keep on trudging. I just have to. And so here, it's saying, now it's time to release the burdens that we have taken on. It's time to release them and put them down. And to say to the people who were carrying their life lessons, it's like, okay, now it's time for you to start really taking hold of things. Because we're not doing them any favors. We're not. We think we are. We're like, oh, this is really hard for you. I'm helping you out. This isn't being cruel and mean and vindictive. But this is saying, okay, if I take away your life lesson now, it's still your life lesson. It still comes back to kind of bite you in the tush. So here, I'm releasing it. And it's like, now you have to hold on to it. That's for others. For yourself. It's looking at all your passion, all your creativity, everything that you desire. And it's starting to bring it forward into the world. Instead of hiding it away. You're completing a cycle when it comes to your passion, what you want. And you have the repeat of the number 10. So in the public arena, you are you are completing a cycle. You're repeating an ending, right? And you have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the way life progresses. You have a change of seasons coming in. And as you embrace this change of seasons, you feel at times that you're on this roller coaster ride, highs, lows, lefts, right? It's like, oh my goodness. But it is not bad. It's like the change is coming. The passion, the power, the beauty that is you. And a new season comes. A new way forward comes. And that's powerfully beautiful. And it will sometimes feel like, wow, it's just a little bit too much. But know that the new season is well worth the discomfort of the change. It's kind of like, it's very much like when the season changes rather drastically, when it goes from either being really hot to really cold, or, really cold to really hot, and your body, you need time to adjust. Your body needs time to adjust. And that's what you need here. You just need that time to adjust. And as you are adjusting, one of the things that has to be done for you to embrace your magic, for this light and this beauty to shine forward, and for you to have this new season come in, is to really look at the hurt, the pain, the disappointment that we hide away, that we sit there and we say, oh, that's my shame. Oh, that's what I don't want to look at. That really hurt me. That really scarred me. And that I can never bring to the light of day because it's just too much. And so here with the Three of Swords, it's looking at what has broken our hearts. And it's saying, I see you. I own you. You don't own me. And you don't get to have the power over me that you once did. And you free yourself from it. And as you free yourself from it, you find yourself embracing the High Priestess. And I love it here, because you have the Magician and the High Priestess. The High Priestess goes together with a couple of the cards just so beautifully. But with the Magician, this is where she comes together with the Magician. And this is the inner self, and this is the outer self. This is the inner magic. This is the outer magic. And that's beautiful. That is absolutely exquisite. So here with the High Priestess, you turn inward. You see behind the veil of what everybody wants you to see. And you see truth. And you find your eyes opening in a way that was like, oh my goodness, seriously? And as you find your eyes opening, as you find yourself empowered, as you find yourself, moving forward, you sit there and you embrace deeper and deeper a truth that is you, a truth that is sacred and powerful to you. And in your heart, you call it into life. In the public arena, okay, this is a sacred truth. This isn't something that you'll easily want to share with people or that you'll even feel is anybody's business. This is highly personal. And as you're embracing it, you're embracing yourself more and more. And people are going to see a change in you. They will comment on it. They'll be like, wow, Virgo, you're becoming more spiritually inclined. You are really trusting your intuition more. It can also be that you're pulling away from certain people more. It's like, no, that's just not right for me. Certain people, certain things, it's like, no. And this can lead to a powerful connection with Spirit. Spirit really talking to you in ways that are graceful, or elegant, or eloquent, that, add depth and beauty to life. But it can be very, very intense, so do be mindful of that. So let's go deeper. Virgo. First 6 months of 2021. Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. The first 6 months of 2021. Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. And one bonus card. Awesome. Okay. So we have the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 8 of Swords. Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius again. The 8 of Wands, the 7 of Swords. 6 of Swords, the Hierophant, 6 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Now we start off here with the King of Wands over the 6 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So as we transform, as we leave the past behind, and we have the Ouroboros here, the serpent eating its own tail. It's like nothing ever ends. There is always the devouring of creation and the rejuvenation of that devouring, type of deal. We embrace our passion, our power. We are transformed. We embrace our fire and our truth. As we move forward, defending our mind, looking at things more openly and more honestly. Knights defend kings. We defend our passion, the truth of what we desire, the fire that moves us forward. What is more? And you're seeing yourself breaking cycles. And you're seeing yourself do so in a rather heroic way. So this is a tremendously powerful time. You're breaking the negative cycles, the cycles that have held you back, what has trapped you, what has felt like being in a loop. It's like, oh my gosh, this lesson again, type of deal. And then we have the Eight of Swords. We have to be very mindful of the Eight of Swords because the Eight of Swords has a tendency to want to devour everything. Doubts, fears, negativity, anger, anguish. There we go. Over the Nine of Cups. This is a beautiful blessing. But there's something in our minds that makes us think, I can't accept this. I don't get to have this. This isn't me. It's like, well, yes, it is. Don't you dare sell yourself short, Virgo. This is in our mind. We feel trapped. It's like the Cranberry song, zombies. In our heads, there are zombies. It's letting out and saying, no, I'm not going to live in that horror anymore, that pain, that desolation. And it's breaking free and realizing, oh, I wasn't trapped the way I thought I was. But it's stopping the thoughts. It's stopping the cycle. And then it's moving forward and being a defender of the heart as you find your balance. And it's embracing love, embracing truth. And you move forward. And I love that you have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, heading in the same direction, both crowning you. It's like, this is my passion. This is my truth. I am defending me no matter what. I'm defending my reason for getting out of bed in the morning, my passionate desire, my fiery understanding. And this leads us to embracing, what we truly want in life, the celebration of ourselves, the balancing of the scales is going to be so important for our prosperity within our hearts and within the public arena. And to move forward, defending, we might be a bit hot-headed at times. We might let our emotions shine through a bit more than we want to. But it's also embracing the truth, the fire, and the brilliance that is, and that will always be. And then the change comes, and you have the repeat of the number 8. So you're taking this very, very seriously, a little bit too seriously at times. You also have the sacred feminine energy coming in, which is absolutely gorgeous. And there's luck on your side. But by taking things so seriously, you can miss the beauty. So just be mindful of this because you're claiming a lot. And then everything starts to change fast as you embrace your magic and also as you look at what you're thinking, what you desire, what you want, what you need. It's like, okay, this is more. This is more. As above, so below. As I believe it, so it comes, and it comes fast. So just be very mindful during this time because what you focus on is what comes, whether it be positive or whether it be negative. And it leads you to the Seven of Swords. Over the Four of Swords, it's like paying homage to all the battles that you have been through. And the Seven of Swords is taking up your knowledge, taking up everything that you have learned, and moving forward. Now, some people will say, oh, you're being sneaky. It's like, you're not being sneaky. You just don't feel like sharing it with everyone. It's like, this isn't sneaky, it's personal. You leave some things behind because it's just not needed. They're just not needed. And then you have the 7 counting down into the 6 of Swords. You take your knowledge, you take your understanding, and you move forward. Is it sad? Yes, sometimes it is. Especially when we're letting go of things that we're so used to carrying. And, there's such change coming in. I don't know, if you're like me, change is hard. Change is hard. And so here, there's a sense of, yes, change is hard, but it's also necessary. And it moves us forward in a way that we need, in the way that we truly want. And at times we don't want everything along the way to that change. But it's a powerful coming together. It's a powerful stepping into ourselves and our souls. And our angels sit with us and they guide us. And then we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, time frame of April 20th to May 20th. These are the kingdom. This is like the kingdom of heaven is yours, right? If you claim your strength, if you claim your power, because this is the Pope. In the medieval world, the Pope told kings and queens and emperors what to do. And so here, it's over heartbreak. It's like, if you face your heartbreak, you will rule your world because it will not rule you. And there's power and there's determination and there's a severe connection with divinity. And you need that balance. You need that balance. I love the Hierophant and the High Priestess. I love that the Hierophant is like one above, it's almost with her. Because in some versions of the tarot, the High Priestess, or some early versions of the tarot, the High Priestess is called the female Pope. And that's Pope Joan. And so here, the Hierophant comes. That is the Pope, and that is the female Pope. And this is power coming forward. This is passion coming in. And this is a sense of really embracing kind of the highest power of the land. And as you do so, you find your balance. You find your truth. You balance the scales. And you give with benevolence to yourself, to others, to what is needed. And it leads you here to the bonus card of the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups for me is the person who raises their glass in celebration to us, but didn't mean it. They were supposed to be on our side, but they just weren't. And here, we're facing that a lot. We're facing a lot of heartbreaks and pains that have held us back. It's like, not anymore. No longer do I get to be defined by a pain that might have almost destroyed, that made me doubt me so hard that it was hard to move forward. And you see that and you understand that in one way or another. And you find yourself moving forward in a confidence, in a brilliance that you didn't think you would have after this pain. It's like, you don't get to destroy me. And that's the truth right here. Your subconscious chakra message is self-mastery. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is mastery of self, of course. This is the coming together, the listening to your gut, the falling into alignment with what your heart and soul and being wants as you move forward. It then leads you to your subconscious spirit animal message, which is the starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. During this time, and it's like the pentacle here, but it's the Virgonian man, I believe, in Da Vinci's depiction, where you have the man standing, and his head is here, and his arms are splayed, and his legs are splayed, and it's the coming together of power, the elemental power of man. And it says here, you're open to infinite possibilities, because you're open to the infinite change and the infinite power of the world. It brings you then to the subconscious tarot message, which is the Queen of Cups. Heart. Okay, water sign energy, yes, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. All right, but this is the heart of you. If you take out the zodiac, the Queen of Cups is as close as you can get to the Empress. This is love, this is healing, this is beauty, this is grace, this is soul, this is self, this is empowerment. This is being opened to love, and this is love coming in. And your soul is opened to the power that is coming, to the beauty that is coming forward, to the wisdom that is a part of you. I see this very strongly connected to the High Priestess. It's like there is something deeper here, and you feel it in your bones. Your subconscious tarot message, not tarot, but to go deeper into your subconscious tarot message, is the Hangman. You see things differently than everybody else because you come from a place of love, from a place of truth, from a place of wisdom. And it brings you then to your subconscious major arcana message. It is the Death card, the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, as you embrace your luck, as you embrace your wisdom, as you embrace your power. You are transformed. And there are going to be times here, Virgo, where you think, I just don't fit in. And you're going to see that as a really bad thing. Know that it's not. Know that there's power and brilliance and beauty to you. Do not turn away from it. Do not doubt yourself. Or do not let doubt destroy you. That's better. All right, Virgo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we move forward, as the change comes in, and as we become the rulers of our destiny, as power becomes us, as we become unbelievably powerful. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo.